Hello Libra, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw, honest truth. This is your mid-June tarot check-in, and your theme is the Emperor: authority, ambition, power. You might be taking a leadership role. You might be using your warrior energy and strategic thinking and being able to make really awesome level-headed decisions. So I'm a Libra too, so yay! Okay, let's see what else is going on for you for the rest of June and what you need to know. And before I lay out these cards, if you could please hit the subscribe button, I really appreciate it. If you don't mind. Okay, let's get to the reading. What does Libra need to know for mid-June? Also, the Emperor might be about an Aries in your life, possibly. Wow. Okay, so, I mean, this might have to do with an Aries in your life, but it could also, it's to do, I feel like, with another person in your life. So it's someone that you had some emotion with in the past, because in the past we've got the Ace of Cups. So there's, there's love, there's good feeling, at least in the past leading into this. You're kind of coming up as the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like right now, you're feeling really good and confident about everything that you've accomplished when it comes to work and making money and just, day-to-day survival things like getting enough exercise and eating. Overall, you're feeling very successful, especially with money and things like that. What you need to know about, I feel like, is another person who's coming up as a hermit. So this could also be a Virgo influence as well. But what's between you is the Two of Cups, right? And that comes in from the Ace of Cups in the past. So I feel like this is someone, you're going to be connecting with someone, okay, who has been very alone and really, this could also be another aspect of yourself for some of you, but I feel like for most of you, you might be connecting with someone who has been potentially self-isolating or really keeping to themselves, and it's been difficult, but they've learned a lot. And I do feel like it's someone you know from the past, because we've got the Ace of Cups in the background, and you're going to be coming together, and you'll be coming together as the Two of Cups, as equals, equal power, equal relationship. And it's likely because you have gotten stronger, which is why you're able to have equal power. The outcome is actually the Queen of Cups. So I feel like in the future, you might be approaching this person again, but from a stronger position, a much more stable position. This also could be an earth sign influence as well. And I feel like you've just got your things together, at least when it comes to the earthly element. So money, work, structure, stability, survival, physical fitness, body, stuff like that. So in the future, I feel like you're going to be even more successful. And if you're thinking of having some of you, if you're thinking of having kids, I feel like that will be a good outcome, because I see fertility with the Seven of Pentacles. And also, but that could also just be making sure your body's really healthy and your body has a really good foundation. And also your work has a good solid foundation. Maybe you've got more savings, maybe you've made some investments, things like that. But I really do see positivity in the future when it comes to money, work, physical health, okay? And I do feel like this other person has learned a lot. Maybe you haven't talked to them for a while, which is why they're coming up as the Hermit. But the connection is going to be nice, and they'll be bringing extra wisdom to it. But also they have learned a lot. It's been really difficult for them, but it's really nice. But yeah, they've had stresses in the past, but it's like they've succeeded, okay? So if there's also something that's been stressing them for a while, they've succeeded. Let's pull some clarifying cards. Then we'll do some advice cards, and make sure you stick around until the end where you pick your own destiny cards. Okay, I'm just getting this. This person still loves you. The connection is painful. In a sense, even though there is the love there, it's still difficult, because I think they desire for that equal connection to continue a lot longer with you. And for you, I feel like you've kind of risen above the situation, seen it for what it is, and you're more mentally detached from the situation. So you are more into yourself right now, which is a good thing. The things that you want to accomplish, where you want to go with your life, how you want to make your money and do your work. You're more interested in yourself, and you kind of have been able to step back and objectively see the situation. The Ace of Cups in the past is being clarified by the Ten of Discs wealth. So I feel like there really was that potential to have that security and that family and everything together, or just have a really, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but just positive community, like a lifelong friend. But I just feel like there's still a little, I feel like that's kind of over, because the Two of Cups in between both of you is being aspected by the Ten of Swords ruin, and it's just, there's still just like a little bit of pain. It's never going to go back to the way that it was, even though this other person, I think, wants it to be like that. The outcome, interestingly enough, the Queen of Pentacles is being clarified by the Emperor, which is also your theme. I feel like you've become a lot stronger. You are a lot more grounded, a lot more confident, know who you are, know yourself, know what you want, very direct. And yeah, I mean, I think that there is that potential for there to be a continued connection in the future. I just don't necessarily know if it's going to be in the way that what the other person wants. I feel like you have your confidence back, so that's good. All right, let's get some advice cards, then destiny cards. All right, advice for Libra. All right, so first advice card, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is someone who's a really good manifester. So I think this really represents why, you know, you've got the Nine of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles. The outcome is also the Queen of Pentacles, right? So I feel like you're figuring out more what you want in the world. You're much better. You're very good and skilled at manifesting what you want. You might even be like cooking more and just making sure that around the home everything is a lot more comfortable, nourishing your body. You need to, if you want to have a nourished soul, you have to nourish your body, okay? Because if you're eating only cornflakes and expect for your soul to transcend, I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen. Anyways, so that's really good, and a really good balance between work and home life. Second advice card, Five of Pentacles. Has this happened in the past? I feel like, you know, you got halfway to where you wanted to be potentially with this connection with this person, and you need to look at the pattern in the past, right? And have you ever felt left out? Is there a part of you that feels like you don't deserve love, or that there's no hope, or that there's no chance? Just so you know, this is a minor arcana and it's a 5, very transitory. You can change it. So just because there were disappointments in the past, that does not determine your future. You determine your future, okay? Third advice card, Ace of Swords. You need a new way of thinking, a new perspective. So that you might need to, that could, whatever that means to you, if it's reading books about psychology or relationships, or talking to someone who is really good with relationships and things like that, or getting a counselor or a therapist, something like that, to have a new perspective, a fresh new way of looking at things. And I think you need to start talking about what it is, what's on your mind. You got to start talking about it. I feel like you got all these thoughts in your head, but you don't necessarily express them. Find someone to express them to that you know you can trust their judgment. Fourth advice card, Two of Pentacles. So you really also need to change your prioritization. I feel like things have gone, you know, and also this could mean that things are kind of 50-50 about the direction that they could go in your life, right? But it's up to you. You influence this scale. Is it going to go this way or this way? This could be a fork in the road of how you want to live your life. So think about how you want to live your life, and I feel like you want to do well with manifesting and making money and having security and being grounded and being healthy and eating healthy and all of those things, and that is fantastic. But yeah, you've got really awesome boundaries, and I feel like you're really, really strong. You've learned a lot, so that's amazing. Pick a number, 1, 2, or 3, and we'll do destiny cards. Like I said, I'm a Libra, so this totally resonates with me. Does this resonate with you? Who is this other person? I feel like it may have been a past lover where there could have been that potential for, you know, a real long-term connection, but obviously some of you are already in relationships. It could be something that happened within the relationship, because I don't necessarily see a clear end to this relationship, even if there has been difficulty. But then also, is it a friendship or work? Please comment below. All right, if you picked one, nice, okay. So if you picked one, on the surface we've got Strength, beneath the surface we've got the Ace of Wands, and we've got the Five of Wands as your advice card, okay? So if you picked one, you have become so strong. You may have been really upset and maybe even somewhat out of control, but you've really, that part of you, you've really been able to master. You've really been able to work with and tame, okay? Like taming the inner beast and using your intuition to help guide you. And look at this, we've got the Ace of Wands. you have totally tapped into your intuition, creative energy, potentially sexual energy, because that is a type of creative energy. And you're allowing your intuition and your spirit source to guide you and your footsteps, even if it's dark outside. It's like you know intuitively where to go in your life, and you're making the right decisions for yourself. So well done. Your advice card, we've got the Five of Wands. Okay, so this can mean, I think the Five of Wands tends to be a lot of drama, arguments amongst a group, but it also could be arguments amongst yourself. I feel like that's a small amount of you, because I think, you're in touch with your intuition, right? But I think that potentially maybe this new way of thinking, this new way of being in the world with this Ace of Wands energy, and just going the path that you know is right for you, that actually might create a little bit of conflict with, your friendship group or your family or your community, or with this other person and other people that you both know. This can be a little bit of drama and just, I'm right. But again, it's a 5. They're very, very quick to change. So I would just keep going with what you're doing. Oh, but also with the Five of Wands energy, the advice is sometimes you might want to just step away from that drama. Or it could be, don't be afraid of the drama. You have to stay true to yourself, so you decide how it's true for you. If you pick 2, all right, if you pick 2, we have got the Ace of Swords on the surface, 5 of Cups, disappointment beneath the surface, and the 4 of Pentacles is your advice card, okay? So you definitely have a new way of thinking. You might be a little bit on the defense because maybe you didn't stick up for yourself. Maybe you didn't speak your truth previously. Maybe you didn't always say what you expressed your thoughts, and now you're definitely doing it. You might be a little bit quicker than before to express your thoughts, but that's okay. We're all learning. And it's because of disappointment, you've just been disappointed so much that it's kind of forced you to have this new perspective. So that's kind of a good thing. And your advice is the 4 of Pentacles. I wouldn't be making any massive decisions, especially when it comes to work and money and spending and things like that. This is just saying to be conservative. This is saying, of course you can spend a little money and all of that, but you need to be conservative. You need to be very careful with how you spend your money. So no big purchases. You might want to focus more on getting your assets and everything in order, looking very carefully at your bank statements and doing some accounting or your taxes. Just get everything in order. No big spending right now. If you pick 3. All right, if you picked 3, we have got the Star on the surface. Sometimes it's an Aquarius influence. The 9 of Cups, happiness beneath the surface. And we have got the 2 of Swords as your advice card. I feel like a burp. It's going to go later, probably when I least want it. So if you picked 3, you have, this is an amazing card. This is one of the best cards in the deck, in my opinion. And you are not afraid to be true to yourself. You've tapped into that hope, that inspiration, wish upon a star. And look, we've got the 9 of Cups, which is also a wish star. So make a big wish, and no wish is too big. Put that energy out there to the universe and it will come back to you, okay? You might feel like things are kind of stuck, that things are a little bit stagnant, or maybe you're feeling like you are delaying from making a particular decision, but it is okay. Like, make a decision. You can, but ask the universe what you want, and ask your heart what you want, and send it out there, because these are really, really positive cards. But yeah, you might feel a little bit stuck right now. You might feel like things really aren't going anywhere, but trust me, this Major Arcana card means things are happening beneath the surface. Sometimes in the spirit world, when there's massive changes, there's a little bit of a lag effect on the surface, okay? So just know things will change. It may not seem that way, but they're definitely going to be changing very soon, and in a very good way. So you need to put that energy out there in the direction of what will bring you the most happiness, what will bring you the greatest joy in life. What is it that you want? So make that wish, okay? And you didn't have to pick 3 to do that. If you would like a private reading, send me an email or check out my website. It's in the description below. You can also follow me on social media, and definitely subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video, because I do monthly, mid-monthly forecasts. And if you're still here, secret bonus card. All right. look, we got the Five of Cups. We need to do some serious reflection, okay? Look at the patterns in the past disappointments. If you've been disappointed in love recently, you really need to reflect on the last time and the last time and the last time, and what are the similarities, okay? Because sometimes we can be in different relationships with people and we're like, oh, well, this person was completely different from that person, was completely different from that person, but that's all surface. The underlying pattern is the same. You've got to look at the pattern to break the pattern if you want a change, okay? Have a great month. Bye.